you'll see here that this is our Canvas homepage. Um, and I just wanted to go through this a little bit with you so that you understand how I have set up the course. So here it's a course welcome, and if you scroll down a bit, you'll see these three buttons here, which take you to the course syllabus. This will be linked to the weekly module, depending on what week we're in. And then there's some information about me. There's also a little getting started section where you also have links for the syllabus, the course orientation module, which I will show you in a moment, as well as some other information. Of course, you can always navigate on the left-hand side if you want to see the syllabus or you want to go through the modules, any other things that are available to you as students. The student view will look a little bit different than what you see here, but that's another way that you can navigate. There will be a separate course syllabus video. I don't want to make these videos too long. They can often be overwhelming for students, but I do want to hit the highlights here on how you can navigate through the course and find the things that you need. But I will show you. I'm going to click on the course syllabus and show you the syllabus page that you can then read through at your own time. I have the official downloadable syllabus is exactly what you see here on the syllabus page. You can download it and save it to your computer if you need to have make reference to it for later on when you transfer or anything like that. There is also a basic syllabus, which just kind of hits the highlights. This one is a 2-page document, just giving you the real nuts and bolts of it, and not the heavy details that I'm required to give to you. So it tells you things like how to contact me, Zoom links, the meeting ID for Zoom if you want to meet with me through Zoom, our course text, some of my policies, grading, and that kind of stuff. So you can look at those things at your own leisure. And then go back to the home page. I will click on the weekly module. This right now will take you to week 1. I want to show you this so you understand how the modules are set up. Each week will look pretty much like this. You have sections for weekly information that includes the weekly objectives, the readings for the week. That might be printable documents that you can print out or download to your computer. It could be links to other websites, or it could be links from our course text. Our course text can be downloaded for free from archive.org. Again, there's more detailed information. There's also a link here. I have a PDF available for you already. If you prefer to have it in a different format like EPUB or Kindle, you can go to the archive.org link that is in the course syllabus, and then you can choose which one you want to download. If you want to buy the course text, by all means, you are welcome to buy it, rent it, new, used. I think it's available through Amazon as an Audible file. So you have lots of different options for the course text, but the free one, of course, is always nice, right? So we have that as well. So the readings, and then underneath that will be the things that I want you to watch this week. Typically, I will have a weekly overview that explains all of the things that I am trying to achieve that week for you as students, as well as the assignments, any other videos that you might have to watch. Those will all be linked here. I frequently use YouTube videos. I also have a YouTube account, a YouTube channel, and that is where I keep all of my videos rather than keeping them tucked up nice and neat in Canvas. That way you can go back to my YouTube channel, look through the playlists, and find what you need to find. There will be a playlist that is designated for this class for this semester, so I will give you more information about that when I get it all set up. And lastly, there will be assignments, and those are the assignment details that you will then, it links to each assignment. You click on the link and you will find out the greater details. There's also due date reminders posted at the bottom of the page. So that's the course module or the weekly modules, those are always going to look pretty similar. Um, some weeks you have more work, some weeks you have less work. I'm trying to make it so it's fairly even throughout the weeks, but there are some weeks that'll be really writing intensive, so you might only have one or two writing assignments that you need to do because I want you to focus on the task of writing. Um, the other thing that I want to call your attention to is the course orientation module. This is something that I would like you to take a look at before you dig into the work for week one. It includes information on the course. This is a 13-week online asynchronous course. So we have a weekly course procedure, how the course is organized, which is kind of what I've been telling you already, some information on time management, some other frequently asked questions about online courses, and lastly, written assignment formatting and submission information. The thing that I want to stress to you is that should you choose to navigate with the sidebar, I prefer that you use the modules link to click on the modules instead of going right into the assignments. And the reason for that is, as I've shown you in the module, there's a lot of information there that you need in order to complete the assignments. If you just go into the assignments page, you're just going to see a long list of assignments, right? And I think this will probably look different for you. Let me see if that is true. If I click on student view, yes, so we have upcoming assignments, and these are all chronologically listed. So once you go through your assignments, you know, that's it, right? So it's important to go into the modules first, check the weekly module for the things that you need to read, the videos that you need to watch, any other resources that you might need in order to complete the assignments for the week. So let me go back. Let me get out of student view. So if I go back to the orientation module, which will be the first one up here, where it says start here, we have the course overview. So what I recommend is that you check in at least twice a week with Canvas. Check in at the beginning of the week. I will send an announcement out on Monday mornings saying, hey, we're in week whatever, and here's what we're going to be doing this week, as well as a link to the weekly module. Monday is the official start of our week. So it's a good idea to check in on Mondays. If you're not free on Monday morning, check in later on in the day. But it's always a good idea to check in early in the week. That way you know what your workload is going to be for that week, right? If you wait until the weekend, Friday, Saturday, or Sunday, you might not have enough time to do all the readings or have enough time to complete a writing assignment. So it's always good to check in early, right? Check in early in the week, and then, of course, look in again towards the time that assignments are due. Assignments will be due on Sundays. There may be a couple. Usually it's discussion board responses that are due in the middle of the week, but typically assignments are due on Sunday at the end of the day, 11:59 p.m. Let's see what else. So navigate through modules, check early. It's also a good idea to make sure that you activate notifications. If you download the Canvas Student app to your mobile device, it's available for Apple and Android devices. It's a really handy way to check in really quick. You don't have to log into UC and try to find the course. You can just open the app, see what's coming up for the week, and then plan your week that way. So downloading the app is also another good thing to do right off the bat. What else was I going to tell you? I don't remember. I guess it wasn't that important. So, last thing is written assignment formats. When you go to do a rough draft, a short paper, or a revision, you need to submit a document that's in MLA format. And we'll be learning a little bit more about that. I have some links available for you, both on the assignment pages as well as in the course resources, that explains a little bit more what MLA format is. Those of you who are recent high school graduates within the past few years, I'm sure you know what MLA format is. For those of you who have never heard of MLA format, it just means that your papers need to be double spaced, use a 12-point font, and have 1-inch margins. If you don't know how to do that, feel free to ask me. I have some videos up that tell you how to do that. The other thing is the file format. You should save your files in docx, or PDF format. Please do not try to share a Google Doc. It just is really difficult for me to access those because I need to get your permission, and it's hard to edit or leave feedback on those documents. So what you do instead is download your Google Doc from your Google account as a Microsoft Word or a PDF, and you save it to your computer. You save it in your files, right? Your computer or your cloud storage, wherever you happen to keep your files. Um, and then you can upload that document to Canvas for your assignment submission. It's also a good idea to save your documents with information that identifies the assignment. So instead of document number 1, document number 2, document number 3, give it a descriptive title along with your last name so that I know it belongs to you. And you know it belongs to you, right? That you didn't get it from someplace else. It's something that you've generated yourself. And that will help you organize things on your computer or your cloud storage, and will make it easy to locate a file when you need to submit it for your class. Um, so that's that. And I think that is, oh, the other thing I wanted to show you. We have the course documents, which I said before on the syllabus page. You have a downloadable official syllabus, but then we also have the basic course syllabus, and there is also a course schedule. I'm going to open up that document so you can see what it looks like. And this just gives a list of each week. Remember, we have 13 weeks, what the topic for the week will be, as well as the general assignments and the due dates. So hopefully that is something that you find helpful. And the last thing I want to show you, I don't want this to be a really long video, is the list of course resources. Again, here you will find links for the Apple and the Android Canvas student guide, as well as a downloadable version of our course text and the link to the archive.org if you want it in a different format. There's also an MLA style guide that you can download. It's also a PDF. Download that and save it to your files. A link to the University of Mississippi RET Lab. This resource is an open educational resource that I will be referring to probably on a weekly basis, that gives you a little bit more of the nuts and bolts of writing. Our course text, the writer's practice, is a little bit more about the ideas that you can go in for writing, whereas the RET Lab website is really more about the nitty gritty details of what you need to know about writing. Likewise, there are resources from UC, their writing center, as well as Purdue Online Writing Lab. We call that Purdue OWL. Hopefully some of you are familiar with it, as well as some other lists of MLA resources, works cited, and the English 099 research guide from UC Blue Ash. This is a really fantastic guide when we go into working with sources and learning a little bit about how to go about doing research. This will be a very handy guide for you. There's also a handy website from UC Learning Commons dealing with anxiety, attitude, and stress. I know that some people are anxious writers, that they haven't written for a long time, and they might not feel as confident as they could. and it's my job to help you feel a little bit more confident. So if you deal with anxiety and attitude and stress when it comes to writing, I just want you to know that you're in a safe space here and that it's okay to mess up and to make mistakes because that's really how we learn. Underneath that are my YouTube resources. This list will likely grow longer as the summer progresses. I'm trying to make more generic videos that are helpful for um, people outside of my English classes. So I have the link to my YouTube channel as well as videos for using a citation generator, some formatting videos, as well as a video on some MLA citation tips. Lastly, I have a list of the crash course composition videos. Crash Course, founded by John Green and his brother Hank Green. Hopefully, some of you are familiar with them. Um, they have worked in collaboration with Arizona State University doing this English composition series. And there are 15 videos related to composition and rhetoric, and they are extremely helpful. They're roughly about 9 to 10 minutes long. So I will be assigning these throughout the semester as well. I think they're really well done videos. They pack a lot of information into a short span of time, and they do it in a very entertaining way that I think helps to keep viewers' attention. So that's the crash course composition videos. I just wanted a place to park all those links in case you're like, oh, I remember watching that video. I can't remember which week it was in. You can come to the course resources page, look at the list, and you'll be like, ah, yes, that's the one, and go to the video and watch it again. So hopefully this list of resources is helpful to you. And then one last thing, I knew I said that was the last thing I was going to show you, but one last thing is the UC Student Resources link. This one is also helpful because it has the student Canvas tutorials, all of the various things dealing with Canvas, any question you could possibly imagine. How do I do this thing on Canvas? If you go to the Canvas tutorials, they have written out instructions, but they also have a series of video instructions that can be very helpful if you're struggling to figure out Canvas. I know it can be a tough thing, especially if this is your very first class and you've never used Canvas before. We also have links for tech help, UC Claremont policies. This course is offered through UC Claremont. That is where I am employed. But we have students from all three campuses, Claremont, Blue Ash, and Clifton. So don't feel like what's all this Claremont stuff? The only reason it's Claremont stuff is because that's where I'm employed. But it's in class that's open for everybody. There's also Claremont College Library for students. If you need more information specific to the campus where you are enrolled, all you have to do is ask me and I will help you locate that information that is specific to your campus. Likewise, there's information for UC Claremont Learning Commons, tutoring and academic support services. Learning Commons is available for students on all three campuses as well. And during the summer semester, they do things virtually. There's also links for student support services, student accessibility resources, and honor lock information. We don't do any tests other than short little quizzes. So I don't use honor lock in my classes. You don't have to read about that for this class. So that is the end of the student resources and the end of the very brief orientation that I wanted to give to you. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to reach out to me. Again, you can reach me, and I'll go back to our homepage. You can reach me by email or by phone. My phone number is 513-278-7886. I prefer that you text me instead of calling me. I am very busy in the summer with my family doing things. Sometimes I'm not actually sitting at my desk, but out at a baseball game or traveling or whatever. So you can always text me and I will respond fairly quickly if I'm not actually busy doing something. You can also email me. thing I want you to remember is to spell my last name correctly. My email is MALOTTVJ, Malott VJ, at ucmail.uc.edu. If you misspell my last name, your email is just going to go bouncing around in the ether and it will never get to me. So it's really important that you proofread, make sure that you have my last name spelled correctly, so that the the communication that you need to get through to me actually gets through to me. If I do not respond, I try to respond quickly to an email, usually within an hour of getting it. Again, if I am in my car, I won't respond to an email, nor will I respond to a text. But I ask that you try text and email first before calling me. Reserve a call for, an extreme emergency. Um, and that is it. So you know how to contact me. You know what you need to do before you dive into the week one module. So if you have any other questions, please reach out to me. That's why I'm here. I cannot wait to meet all of you.